Ultamize. Let me give you a constraint that will immediately make you better. 20 seconds. That's it. If you can't explain your idea clearly in about 20 seconds, you don't really understand it well enough yet. Now, I know what people do with this. They hear 20 seconds and they think, too short, too superficial. I need more time to explain it properly. No, you need more clarity. Let me show you what I see all the time. Someone starts speaking and they say, so there are a lot of factors involved in this, and it's kind of complex and it depends. And 2 minutes later, no one knows what the point was. That's not depth. That's not thoroughness. That's confusion. Here's another bad example. I need more time to explain this. So you keep adding words and the message gets weaker. Nobody's motivated. Here's the better version. What's the simplest way to say this in 20 seconds? Now you're forced to focus. Let me give you a real example. Let's say your idea is about confidence. The bad version. Confidence is something that develops over time based on a variety of experiences and internal beliefs. Blah, blah, blah. Forgettable. A better version. Confidence doesn't come from thinking, it comes from doing something enough times that it feels familiar. Now it sticks. Same idea. One is vague, another is clear. Here's another example. Let's say your idea is about preparation, the bad version. You need to prepare thoroughly and make sure you understand your material. The better version. If you haven't said it out loud, you're not prepared. Now that's something people can remember. Here's what this rule does. It forces you to strip away everything unnecessary, all the extra words, all the fluff, all the filler, all the thinking out loud, and what's left is the core idea. Now, here's how to use this. Before you record, say your idea out loud in 20 seconds. Not in your head, but actually out loud. If it feels long, tighten it. Then, once you have that clear version, you can expand it. Add a story. Add an example. Build around it. But the core stays tight. Here's the contrast. Here's where there's no 20-second rule. You start talking and hope clarity shows up. With the 20-second rule, you start with clarity and build from there. Big difference. Here's the idea to install. If I can't say it in 20 seconds, I can't say it clearly yet. And once you adopt this, something changes. Your message gets sharper. Your delivery gets tighter, and people start to understand you faster, which is exactly what you want because attention is limited and clarity wins. Now, very, very important point here. This gets lost all the time. People hear me say, oh, you've got to sum up in 20 seconds. They think the whole video has to be 20 seconds long. They think the speech has got to be standing up 2 minutes to sit. No, you don't get rewarded for being just concise. You do want clarity, but then you want to take time to flesh out your points with stories, examples, case studies. I saw Anthony Robbins speak 20 years ago at one of his mega conferences, but I still remember the story he used to illustrate the principle of how he was going through a transformation. He was overweight. Life was not going well for him. He wasn't successful, and he decided he was going to change his life. And if he can do it, so can others. But the specific story of he's running down the beach and his overweight belly is flopping around. He's going to his 400 square foot bachelor apartment where he had to wash his dishes in the tub. The story is what made the idea come alive. Every motivational speaker at some point says, I was down, I overcame it, now I'm successful, you can do. The difference is in the quality of the story. So just because you're concise doesn't mean you stop talking. You add interesting stories. That's the most important part.